Hello and welcome to Winnie's Edu World. We are not going to do maths today. Our topic is little diverted. We are going to do HTML. So what is HTML? Hypertext Markup Language. You all browse a lot, isn't it? So when you look at a website, have you ever felt like designing your own small little beautiful website? If yes, then we should start it using HTML. So for any website, HTML acts as the bone of your website, and CSS gives it the styling, and JavaScript is the language which gives it functionality or which makes it dynamic. So in other words, you can say, if you want to relate it to your body, you can say HTML acts as bone, CSS act as skin, and JavaScript act as the brain. Correct. So JavaScript is a programming language and it will require a little bit of knowledge. Before we step into that, we should know what is HTML. Let's get into the basics of HTML. As I said, it's a structured markup language and it helps the browser to understand the structure of a web page. You can define the heading, paragraph, you can insert images, hyperlink, audio, video, and all those things using HTML. And the best part about this is it's very easy to learn and it's an open source, a platform independent. You can work on Windows or on Mac, there is no problem. Only thing is, before you start working on HTML programs, you should have a notepad or Edit Plus or Text Edit if it's a Macintosh system. Any text editor, for just to say like that. And you should have a browser. It can be Microsoft Edge, Firefox or Chrome. That's it. That's the only requirement. You create a file in your notepad, save it with the extension HTML and run it as a small web page. You can create background color, you can create background images, you can add any picture and lot of things. So we should go for it. Instead of talking theory, it's better to go practical, right? So we will start with a small program. Okay, this is the first program that we are going to see, the first HTML file. We will just go through each and every step and try to understand what each tag stands for. So now the first line you see here is exclamation doc type HTML. Okay, so this particular line, doc type, it was actually a part of rules that was there in early days that all the HTML coding had to follow. But today basically it is needed just to make sure that your document behaves well, because when the browser is loading a particular website, just to understand that this page is HTML. So here you can, from the word itself, you can get an idea that doc type means document type HTML. Understand? And the next tag that you see here is HTML. I have opened the tag HTML and I have closed it here with a slash inside the bracket. So what is HTML? It is the root element of your file. Everything comes inside this only. And after that you can see the tag head. What is head? The tag head is actually like a container of everything that you want to see in your web page. The CSS style and most of the things come inside this if you want to have your web page number and all those things. Okay. After that you see a title tag here. This is the open tag. You have content here and you have the close tag. So this line as a whole with the open tag, content and the close tag is called as element. Now what is the first step? I need to save my file. So I will go ahead and save it as whatever name you want to give. After that, put a dot and say HTML or HTM. This extension you have to give and save your file. Once you have saved your file, you can go to that location and open it. Now, my file will open in Edge, Microsoft Edge. You can see there is nothing in the white part. Why nothing is there? That I will explain you when I do some modifications to the coding. So what do you see here? HTML example 1. From where is it coming? It is coming from the title. So clear where the result come for title? After that, I am going to create a new tag. Let me just copy it instead of writing everything. It will make my life easier. I'll go ahead and put the code here. You see the tag called as body, right? Body means whatever you write inside this will be visible on your web page. So what have I written here? I have H1 tag, which is heading. You must have seen in your Word document towards the top left hand corner, there is heading 1, heading 2, sometimes little bold, then little large, and then it becomes smaller, smaller, smaller like that. Yeah, it also serves the same purpose to write the heading. So H1, it will decide the size and boldness and everything of the heading. After that, you will see a tag called as P. P stands for paragraph. So here I am just writing a small line and I am just going to make it more and more. Okay. Now I have closed my P tag here, isn't it? Right? So now I am going to, every time you will have to save it. I will save it. I'll go to my Microsoft Edge browser and I'll just refresh it. See, whatever I wrote in the body tag is coming here, right? So I can go back to my code and I will show you another small modification. Because it will take long time for me to write, I had already written it in the and kept it ready in the notepad. Okay, I am using Edit Plus here. So now you will see H2. See, you will definitely, when I go ahead, save it and I refresh it there, you will see the size of this heading little lesser compared to H1. And here I have written a poem. I'm going to save it. I'll go ahead and refresh it. So do you think it will look like a poem? No. See, the entire thing is coming in one line. What if I want to see it in the same format? I'll have to make some modification. What will be that modification? Do you want to see that? I'm going to write second paragraph. See, I closed my first para here and then starts my second paragraph. But here do you see one more tag I have written as pre? What does pre means? Pre-formatted. Whatever I have, the way I have written it, it will come exactly like this in the web page. Want to have a test? Okay, let us go ahead and see here. See, it didn't come in one line. It came exactly the way I wanted to see it. Right? Now, one more thing, let me just show you. After high, if I want to see I have just added a element here. Let us see what happens. See, one line, extra line is added. So why is it added? Because I wrote a element BR, which stands for break, and you don't have to close it because it is empty element. You don't have to close it. Okay. Now if I go ahead and write here one more tag. I'm writing B. Let us see what happens if I write B. See, this line became bold. But did you notice the whole thing didn't get bold? Why? Because I wrote it after P tag, and this P is closed here. So bold it will be only till here. But what if I only wanted my first line to be bold? Then I will have to close this tag here. See? Now when I go ahead and refresh it here, the rest will be normal, only the first part will be bold. Is it clear? I hope the program is pretty much clear to you. So we just did a little bit of HTML coding today just to have an understanding on the basics. In the next session, we can discuss tables, listing, combo, as I mentioned in the beginning, and we can also follow it by form creation, which will have text box, label, combo box, list box, button, etc. Okay, so if you like this video, please subscribe, share and like, and also whatever you want to see in the coming videos, you can mention that in the comment section. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.